let's quickly jump in and continue the conversation. All right. So
Yes.
When you talk to us a little bit about your journey from landing in Ahmedabad and then taking up your first opportunity. You waited for almost a month, or you were trying to hunt for opportunities for almost a month, and you took up an opportunity after a month. And that was can you talk a little bit about what that opportunity was? And from there on, how did you come up with the idea of entrepreneurship? And then I want to get into the speaker circle, okay?
Sure. Okay. So I came to Ahmedabad with dreams and desires and nothing else. I just had dreams for what I want to do. Of course, because my experience was into being a faculty at college. First and easiest thing that I would get over here was getting into some college, applying there, and getting a job opportunity as a lecturer. And I tried for it. But as I said earlier, no big titles to associate, no referrals. It was totally a new city for me. It was difficult to get in for the interviews as well. So I would like to mention here, like when you get into the interview room and you're not able to perform well, you can understand, okay, that you might need to improve something. But when you don't get an opportunity to sit into the interview room, that is something very much bothering. When you know that you're capable enough, you can do this and you have all the eligibility, but still you don't get that right opportunity to at least represent yourself. That's where you feel challenges. And it is difficult to pass through that phase, especially when you are beginning a career in a new city. But then I think exploring options, if it doesn't work here, next option, next option, next option, figuring out any suitable opportunity, but then again, not compromising with what you want to do. So I will not end up doing anything and everything that I get. I'll be selective in what I want to do, even if there are so many odds. So I would not start working into any corporate and just start marketing their products and services because I'm not getting a job opportunity which I want. If I want to do marketing, that is a different story. But let's say I want to become a lecturer in a college and I'm not getting it. That does not mean that I pick up anything else. Wait, have patience. That 1 month was really crazy. I roamed around each and every corner of Ahmedabad, I can say. I applied in a lot of colleges, called up many people, went into the colleges and applied, saying that I want to have a job opportunity here. But not everything will work as per your wish and desire. So you need to wait. And start applying, start looking for further opportunities. So I remember still, I used to send at least 5 emails each day and sending my resume at every place that I know, talking to each and every people. And that's where I understood that how much it is important for you to build a network. I'm not talking about any biasness or partiality or any LGBTQ or nothing like that. I'm talking about a fair professional network, people who know you by your name and what you're doing. And they're ready to recommend you whenever you need. So you need to put a conscious effort for that. Now, I'm talking about 2014, when social media was not that of a big thing, the way it is today. But then these people who are our audience, whom we are talking to right now, are living in the age where everything is available at their fingertips. Like you can just have a LinkedIn profile and get connected with anybody in the world, the founder or owner or HR professional of any company. Finding a job in those days and finding a job today, it is too much different.
It's very different.
So build your network. Even if you're studying here right now, I think find out profiles of good people, follow them, build relationship with them, know them, learn from them, interact with them, and identify what you can do. So that one day when you have the degree and you want a job opportunity, you should not need to go through all this which I and you might have faced. Because world is too small today. You can do anything and everything from your home itself. So start doing that. Now, when I got my first opportunity as a lecturer at a college, it was a part-time job I would wake up in the morning at 7:30 and I would work till 12:30. I spent 10 days over there and I realized, okay, I have my afternoons free. I can do something else at that time. So I look forward still for another opportunity and got another part-time job because being a college is 5 hours job. So then you are free
Yeah.
in the evening slot. So I did added another job opportunity where I was going there for 2.5 hours a day. So my day was completely packed. And I spent those
Yeah.
6 months in the beginning and then realized that, okay, I want to do which is more fruitful for me, and then committed to one. And then I learned, I
Yeah.
explored. I changed around 6 jobs in 5 years. I don't promote that. I don't suggest you to do
Yep.
that. But I am
Agree.
a person who would always explore for something new. Like whenever
Hmm.
I find myself being in a place where I'm not learning anything new, or I'm not getting the opportunity that I want to have, I would move
Yeah.
ahead.
Agree.
So don't worry
Agree.
about taking those risks. So
Yeah.
you need to find out what exactly you want to do, and for that you need to move there and here and go somewhere else and try 10 things and then stick to one thing. Before you stick to
Yeah.
that one thing, at least try 10, and that is very
Yeah.
natural. So I worked at some place. I don't claim that any of my employers, they all were really great and they supported me, but that at one point you realize that if you want to grow further, you have to move ahead from here.
Yeah.
You have to. So I don't
Awesome.
like to be in a comfort zone. That is my problem actually. If
Very
everything
nice.
is going
Very
well, I
interesting.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
No,
were
no,
saying
there's
something.
some very interesting points there's some very interesting points what you brought up. One is not being in the comfort zone, being outside your comfort zone or putting yourself in, it's called as the black swan moments, putting yourself in really uncomfortable positions so you can derive the best out of you. That is something which is very impressive, what you mentioned. The other thing which you mentioned about is using the power of social, well, I'll not call it as social media, or using the power of social media to really build your network now, because this is the world what we live in today is the best times to be in. If you really want to connect with people, if you want to really land opportunities, if you want to find mentors and coaches, and I think you hit the points, you really hit all those points. From your career perspective, what are the challenges, what you went through when you were trying to get your first opportunity, till what is it today? How different is it today? And I think that's great takeaways for all these young students in terms of how they can build their network to really land an opportunity. So, Nancy, the
Yes.
question what I have for you is, so your first job, right, in Ahmedabad, how did you land? Is it through a referral or through applying for a position? How did you land that position?
It was just an advertisement in a newspaper, and I
Good.
applied.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very
Yeah,
good.
it was just a
Now,
trend. But now, like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you're
Go
saying
ahead. Go ahead,
something.
please. No, no,
Yeah,
please.
so what I was trying to tell people is, okay, what I started doing, let's say for
Yeah.
example, LinkedIn. I started connecting with good people. I was not sure how they would
Yeah.
help me. I was not sure how I would be able to help them. But get connected with good people. Whenever I used to
Yeah.
add somebody into my LinkedIn account, I used to send them a message, no personal message. Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Nancy Shah. I do this and that. I would like to know more
Yeah.
about your profession too. Not everybody would reply,
Yeah.
but let's say out of 50 messages that you sent, uh, at least 10 would reply. I have talked, so
Yeah.
that doesn't cost you a single penny, but that needs a conscious
Agree.
effort every day that you spend 15 minutes on LinkedIn. You are doing it on Facebook and Instagram, but then when it comes to LinkedIn, a lot of young minds, a lot of young students, they don't know that LinkedIn exists. So
Yeah.
have a LinkedIn account. It is totally free
Absolutely.
of cost.
Absolutely.
Send messages to people.
Very
Build
well
your
put.
connection. Write something if you
Yeah.
want to share about any topic, You never know. That is
Mm.
building your profile. And that profile will help you in future.
Absolutely.
Like whenever I started building my LinkedIn connection, I had no idea that someday they would join my workshops or someday they would share my
Agree.
post. Like I gave one
Yeah.
speech on LinkedIn. Sorry, I gave one speech at Toastmaster, and that video was just 6 minute speech video. I posted it on LinkedIn. Next day, I had other assignments and work to be done. I could not check LinkedIn in
Yeah.
entire day, but I have a habit of checking LinkedIn every day. So before I went to bed, I just opened my account and there were 300 plus connection requests and a lot of
Wow.
messages and a lot of notifications. And I was like, okay, kya ho gaya? Did I do something
Yeah.
wrong? And then I checked that video. That video got more than 30,000 views in a single day.
Wow.
Now, and by this time, it has reached to more than 1 lakh. I
Yeah.
could have never imagined if I would have never had the LinkedIn account.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In
Simple.
fact,
So start with
LinkedIn is
small
such a,
steps.
yeah. Yeah, LinkedIn is such a powerful tool. And right now in India, again, the challenge is a lot of students have not latched on to LinkedIn in specifically the kind of industry what we are in, the company which I run. We are a technology company, and when we are, and this is something what we keep saying to all of our people who apply and students as well, is there will be a day when resumes will be gone. There's not paper resumes. It's going to be just your LinkedIn profile. And having LinkedIn as a platform is just an amazing way to really showcase who you are, connect with the right people, and land the right opportunities at the right time. So very well said.
True.
I think your thoughts about
And for
LinkedIn
that
are absolutely
matter,
right.
not only LinkedIn, I would suggest you, okay, let me share another experience that I had. So I wanted to get into
Mm-hmm.
anchoring and I wanted to
Yeah,
start with it. Now I was totally new in the, so after even having 5 years of experience as a trainer, as an anchor, I was totally a fresher.
yeah,
Now, how would you start that?
yeah,
So I want to do anchoring, but then somebody should invite me as an anchor somewhere also. Otherwise,
correct.
that's not possible. So what would you do? I realized that, okay, I need to get connected with people who are already in the industry, who are already doing good sort of
Yeah,
events, or event managers who are in this profession, and probably get to know about the industry a little and start with it. So I searched about event management companies in Ahmedabad. I found good options out of that. I liked one of the company I've heard about. I checked their website. I found the contact details. But then, if generally, if you call somebody from give a number that is given on the website, you don't end up getting to talk to the owner
right,
directly or the founder or director directly.
correct. The
That will
decision maker.
direct
Yeah,
you to some assistant, हाँ assistant
correct.
or a secretary. और अगर आप वहाँ पे call करेगा the person would say, sir is busy, आप
Yeah,
next week call करो, या just send me your
agree.
profile, if required we'll call back. I didn't want that. I wanted to meet that person
Yeah,
directly. So through
yeah,
the website, I could find out the directors and the names of the founders. I searched them on
yeah,
LinkedIn, I'll not be
yeah,
able to say the name, but I searched them on LinkedIn. Somehow they were not there in my LinkedIn account connected already. And you can't send messages
yeah,
to people who are not added into your connections on LinkedIn if you're not using the paid version. And I'm
yeah,
still not using a paid version, but still it is helping me. So what I'm trying to tell you is, then out of curiosity, I searched them on Facebook. And
yeah.
on Facebook, you can send messages to people even if they are not into your connections.
Got
So
it.
there was one guy who was the director and founder of that company, and I searched him a professional message on Facebook. Hi, so and so, I'm
Yeah,
Nancy Shah. I want to explore myself as an anchor. Why can't we meet once at your office and explore more? I would really seek your help. And that guy replied in 5 minutes. And I got an
yeah,
appointment very next day. So all I want to
hmm,
tell you is it's not only
yeah,
LinkedIn, even you can use Facebook and Instagram for your benefit in a professional manner. And I think
absolutely,
people will respond if you are ready to
absolutely.
put forward your word. So use these
So that's
platforms,
a very interesting story.
connect with people.
Yeah, that's a very interesting.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
and you won't
absolutely.
believe I got my event through that person. Now, what did I do for
Yeah,
that? Did I spend a single penny? No. But you need to dare
correct.
out to, reach out to people, send a professional message.
Agree.
I think only one rule that you can follow is maintain a professional decorum. Then everything else will be fine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You said a very interesting story, Nancy, about how you reached out to that individual on Facebook, right? We are a technology company, and during COVID, we came up with this idea of how do we reach the masses in terms of the students in India. So we started this project, sidame.com, just about 12 weeks ago. Right? This entire team,
Oh,
I've recruited the entire team. What I have is from IIM Trichy, and I recruited just with an Instagram post. I did not go through
Yeah,
campus placements, recruiting talent from campus, or did not use our recruiting engine. We have close to about 2,500 people working globally. We did not do any of those. So that is the power of social media right now. I just was able to recruit with one Instagram post. They
true.
directly connected with me, and I was able to vet them out and bring the right people on board. So very well said. Yeah,
True,
I
because
absolutely agree.
when you are sharing your stuff on LinkedIn or Instagram every day, there are some followers, no?
Yeah,
People who would check your post. Probably they'll never come and tell you that you're doing this and that, and I like it. But they
agree.
know that you're there. So I have experienced that a lot of people who attend my workshop are just my LinkedIn followers who have
Yeah,
just observed me in last few years, and then they just saw a post
very
that I'm
well said.
conducting
Yeah,
a workshop and they joined it. So you never know what are the possibilities. All you need to do is keep trying and reaching out to people. In fact, I have some of the people whom I've connected over the LinkedIn. We have never met. We just talked over the call. And in fact, I have some people which I have met individually as well with a professional connect. We have never worked together. Like they have never given me any sort of work opportunity. I have not given them any sort of work opportunity yet. But we both know each other and we know when to contact each other. Getting into somebody's address book is also an achievement, no, that that person knows you and is ready to help you whenever you need, and you can
yeah,
also contact them whenever you would need. So you never know where that person would come for help, but at least there's
agree.
that connect. In any
Absolutely.
such situation, when that person is looking for an anchor, of course he would prefer somebody who he knows, so he'll
Yeah,
contact me for sure. But if I'm not connected with him at all, there is no scope. And probably in the lifetime I
agree.
might not get any opportunity through him, but at least we can be good friends and professionally supporting each other in some ways. So your single effort also matters, your single
Agree.
connection also matters, your
Very well said.
smallest step also matters. So
Yeah,
keep doing it.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, Nancy, we are almost at the last leg of our segment. What I would love to hear about is tell us our audience about what is Speaker Circle.
Speaker Circle is a platform where we help people improve their public speaking skills. Uh, it's a community of people who want to improve their speaking skills. We all know that whenever we stand out and talk to anybody, our communication skills matter. Uh,
Yeah,
and that's where I started this initiative. Of course, you can attend the workshop, even I conduct workshop, but I personally believe that attending a 10 days workshop will not do a magic. You
yeah,
have to keep in touch with that field continuously. And that's where I realized that let me create a platform where people can come regularly, talk freely, give speeches, will give them
yeah.
feedback, and they can improvise upon themselves. And it's not only they who would get improvised, I will also learn a lot from them. So it's a mutual platform where people come together and support each other in learning the art of public speaking. We started with one WhatsApp group, so we are not charging anything as of now for that. It is just in
Yeah.
likewise honorary activity that you're doing. We are also doing
Awesome.
in a similar
Yeah.
manner, and that's where we just posted on social media that we want to. So when we started, we did not have the name Speaker Circle also. It was just an
Wow.
initiative where we want to help people, and then gradually people started joining, and it initially started for my workshop participants. Then I realized that if I'm doing it and spending my time, why don't I make it open for all? And that's where we started social media campaigns and people started joining in. By
Fantastic.
this time we have around 200 people involved with us actively
Yeah.
in all the activities that we do. We conduct 5 6 meetings in a month where we give them topics and they give speeches on that. They are prepared speeches, impromptu speeches. We
Wow.
conduct virtual discussions, and this all is doing is done online. And I would thank COVID for the
Fantastic.
same. uh,
Yeah.
it might be strange to hear, but yeah, if COVID had never happened, I would have never got this idea. I was doing everything
Brilliant.
offline. I never thought that this can be done online as well. And okay, if I would have done something like this before a year, I'm really not sure how people would accept it, because coming to Zoom meetings
Yeah.
or doing sessions online, they were there, but
Agreed.
they were not as prominently there the way it is right now. So this COVID experience, of course,
Absolutely.
that is a pandemic and a lot of us are affected in many ways, but somehow it made us think through and come up with something which we can
Yeah.
still do during this period. And that's
Yeah.
where I think a lot of us found out something new that we can do in our businesses. And that's where, buying a Zoom
Yeah.
is not that difficult thing. I just bought one licensed version of Zoom and starting rolling out meetings, and people came in. Now we have people coming from 3 countries, 8 states, and 36 cities of the world.
Awesome.
I could have never imagined that
Awesome.
before
Awesome.
COVID.
So, yeah.
So
So I think it's
all
a
I
very
want to,
interesting
yeah,
model overall. Hmm. Go on, please.
yeah. So all I want to tell is, explore. I did not
Yeah.
know that Speaker Circle would start in June 2020 when 2020 started.
Hmm.
And even I don't know what would I do in
Same
2021.
here.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
One day that idea clicked.
Yeah.
The only power is I believe
Yeah.
in executing things. Whenever you get an idea, so what is my way of doing it? Whenever I get a crazy idea that I want to do this, I of course have both of the thoughts. What would I get if I do
Hmm.
this properly? And what if I fail? Like what people would think and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
That still goes on at some point, even today. So then I'm nervous. I'm a nervous rat when it comes to exploring. But then what I do is I convince myself just, okay, Nancy, do you think it is possible? Yes, it is possible. Can I do it? Yes, I can do it. Will I be able to manage my other commitments? Yes, I'll be able to manage my other
Yep.
commitments. Okay, then what is stopping you? That is just a fear. What to do about it? I will go out and announce it in front of 10 people or
Yep.
100 people that
Committing
hello
yourself.
everybody,
Yeah.
now onwards I'll be exploring this, and
Yep.
I'll probably miss my heartbeat when I speak that, but when I come, so because I have said it out loud to 100
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
I cannot stop it now. I
That's one of the
cannot even
techniques as well.
take it back,
It's a
yeah,
very
yeah,
good
so this is
technique.
my technique,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so I commit to
Yeah.
people that I will do this. And of course, I'm not a
Absolutely.
person who would like to make a sorry face saying that I'm sorry, I was just saying anything, I was not actually interested. I don't want to do that. So just to be there and follow that committed word, I would actually sit back and do it. Otherwise, I would give up at any point.
Absolutely.
So
Well said.
involve
Yeah.
people, share it to
Well
10
said.
people, especially those who will come and remind you that you were saying this, what you have done. So
Yeah. Yeah.
then give you a reminder that, okay, Nancy, you still need to work upon this. So that is my technique,
Good point.
sharing out loud,
Awesome.
informing people, and then coming back. However, you get goosebumps and nervousness attacks, but still you would
Yeah.
work upon it and do it.
So here's a very interesting point, Nancy, specifically with Speaker Circle, right? I think it's an amazing opportunity for young students who are really working on becoming or grooming their public speaking skills. A platform like this, I've never heard of anything like this, which is available free at this point in time. And I would recommend to all those audience who are listening to this, utilize this particular platform, which Nancy has launched, which is Speaker Circle, and make full utilization of that. The whole idea is, especially during pandemic and when everybody is stuck, there is opportunities with Toastmasters and things like that where you'd have to go in person, but this is an online platform. You can learn the skill, staying at home and at free of cost. What else would you need? All right, so definitely do that. So Nancy, here's the last question. What I have for you. First of all, I want to thank you for investing your time in this young community. Your story is so powerful, and I'm sure it would have inspired so many students, and there are going to be some students through this interview, the trajectory of their lives will be transformed, and I'm very positive about that. All right. With that being said,
Thank
is
you
there
so
anything
much
you
for
would
having
like to
me.
add? Absolutely. Is there anything you would like to add, which I did not ask you at all in this entire interview? What is your message to the audience, if there is anything at all?
I think you have asked a lot of things. I'm not able to remember if we have missed on something.
No worries.
Only thing that probably, which I said earlier as well, and I would like to focus on, um, you again, coming from the same notion that we were talking about, is you are not less than anything else. You are not less than anything else. Like you have all the capabilities and skills. It's just that you need to start working upon yourself. And there's always something to learn.
Yeah,
You learn it gradually, but no, take your steps. Take your steps.
absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
can't keep thinking. You can't keep evaluating all the times. You have
Agreed.
to take risk. You have to jump into it someday. It is crazy. Like I still get goosebumps someday when I'm launching my workshop. So I launched my next workshop today itself, and while my team was posting it on social media, I was asking myself, Nancy, are you still okay? Are you sure? Are you doing it? Because once you announce, you can't take it back. And I was like, okay, stop asking yourself such questions. You have to do it. You
Yeah,
cannot. So
agreed.
identify your, if I want to conclude what all I have said, I would say first, know yourself, who you are and
Yep,
especially who you are not.
yep,
If you don't want, if you're not able to figure out what you want to do, at least figure out what you don't want to do. Eliminate your options, eliminate that I'll never do this, I'll never do this, I'll never do this. And then whatever is left, you start working on that. So first know
yep,
yourself, your priorities, because you need to live a life that you want to, not because just somebody expects you to live that life. So build the life that you want to
yep,
live and be in the profession you want to work for. And for that, observe others as well, the way they're living. So know your priorities and know what
yeah,
you want to do and what you don't want to do. Number two, never hesitate trying out
absolutely.
things. Whatever crazy idea you have, it has some substance. I am saying it again.
Yeah,
If one idea comes to your mind again and again, there is a purpose for it if you listen to it carefully. So
yep,
listen to your thoughts, your
very
intuitions that
good.
you're getting again and again, and follow those dreams. It might be very crazy for people. People might not be able to understand and believe. That's okay. One day you would not need to explain anything. People will understand automatically.
Agree.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Third thing, keep upgrading yourself, keep learning, because there is so much
Yep,
that you don't know and there is so much that you can learn from others. So never, always have your cup empty. Never make your cup full. That, okay, I'm done. No, no, you're not done. I'm still not done. I still need to learn. Probably some of you can also teach me something
yeah,
because there's a lot out there. So upgrade your knowledge,
agreed.
attend workshops, investment in self will give you the highest return,
Yep,
especially more than stock markets.
yep.
So invest in yourself.
Well said.
The single penny that you're spending on yourself will give you 100% return than anything else. So
Agreed.
attend
Yeah,
workshop, learn seminars, and a lot of things that are available for free also, like Speaker Circle and other initiatives. Like
yeah,
there are many things which you are not supposed to pay anything for that. And we have YouTube
yeah,
today. Oh God, if you want to learn,
yeah.
you would not need anything else. But you should have that vigor. So the
Agree.
fourth and most important thing is have that fire within. No matter what,
Yeah,
I'll continue with what I
yes,
want to do. So I might
absolutely.
fail, I
Absolutely.
might fall, but I'll never stop walking. I'll keep going. I'll keep going, no matter what happens. No matter whether people understand me or not, but I'll continue with my journey. That that fire has to
Awesome.
come from within, and that will take you
Yep.
forward. So
Very well
I
said. Very
think
well said,
I speak a
Nancy.
lot. I speak a lot. You ask me a single question,
No,
and I tell you a bunch of pages and
you're just
paragraphs.
fine. You're just fine. This is exactly what we wanted to capture for the audience. This is exactly it's the raw essence what we want to capture, and that's the whole idea. So thank you so much for doing that. But your final roundup was just outstanding. The burning desire to do something, to be something, to do something in life. It's something very, very important. Having a learning mindset, putting yourself in uncomfortable position, thinking that you have never arrived, you're always learning. Those are some of the most important attributes which is necessary for anyone. And if you see some of the successful traits of successful leaders or important traits of successful leaders, those are some of the traits. So, well, thank you again, Nancy. So I would love for all our audience to direct your attention. If you want to follow Nancy, look her up on social channels, Nancy Shah, and you would be able to find her on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and any of the channels. She has been just an amazing individual to participate, an entrepreneur, an amazing entrepreneur to participate in our event. And I think we've had some such valuable nuggets which she's been able to share. Well, thank you so much for joining, and follow us on siddharmat.com for more powerful stories to come. That gets a roundup of this particular session. Thank you again, Nancy, for joining Chai with Sid.
Yes, and thanks to you too for conducting this, inviting me here, allowing me an opportunity to share my journey and inspiring those young minds. You're amazing at what you do, and congratulations and kudos to your
Thank you.
team as well, because they have put up a great show together. So I wish you all the very
Awesome.
best and keep doing this again and again. I'll surely follow you and come on your live
Absolutely.
sessions next time when you host it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll look forward to speaking to you again. Thank you.
Thank you.